Good lad. So again, I'm not really having to say anything to him. I'm walking in the opposite direction. He's looking up, and then he's looking for where we are and following, which shows that everything we've done over the last few weeks and stuff is actually paying off really well now. We still work on it every now and again. When it goes a little bit too far, we just use the sheepdog call to bring him back. And if he gets too overexcited with the other dogs, just tell him no in a firm voice or firm tone. But apart from that, I just want him to get used to enjoying himself without having to be told too much. So he's going a bit far now. He's looking back though. Hey, hey! You can see just one call brings him back. Good boy. Up. So it was just looking like he was going to have a little growl there of excitement, but I just intervened before it happened. And the quicker you can intervene when you're seeing that there's a problem, the easier it is to get him to stop doing it. And he's just getting used to doggy body language. I could just tell there by the way he was just bouncing and the way that he opened his mouth that he was going to just have that little playful growl. But we don't want him doing that. We're trying to get him out of this habit, and he's been doing well recently with it. But again, the more you intervene with little problems, the quicker you start to stop doing it. Good boy, Biggs, you alright? And that's all we're really doing now, is just ironing out the small little problems, really. Because everything else with him is actually alright. And at some point, obviously, we need to address the overexcitement when we stop like this and there's other dogs around and stuff. Because he's that young still that he gets very bored very quickly. So, yeah, Biggie needs a little rest. He's really hot. Good boy. I know, darling. Big old fella, ain't ya? Eh? Just going to let him grab a little bit of shade here. We've been out probably about an hour and a half. It must be about 10 o'clock now by the look of it. Sun's in the first quarter quadrant, so it's about 10. But we just want to keep stopping under trees just to let them cool down. Don't want them getting too overheated, especially Biggie. He's getting very old now, 17. Chase, get off her. Old bully boy, he's like a Energizer bunny. He just don't stop. So much energy. he kind of moves with like perpetual motion. He just doesn't stop. Here you go, boy. Chase. Good boys. Well done. You ready? Coming in. You alright? Coming in. Good lad. Do like bringing dogs over here lately because it's so overgrown. Nearly all dogs love the long grass. They love jumping through it and stuff and running through it, and obviously it wears them out. Like, oh, sorry, buddy. Yeah, it wears them out. So get some really good exercise when it's this long. And certainly helps that no one comes here anymore. Just makes it all that more peaceful. There's nothing around here for miles now. We came from that way, and it's like 2 miles back to the road towards Fairford Leys. This way is Aylesbury. If you went straight that way, it's about 3 miles to Aylesbury. Up this way goes towards the back of Stone and Ethrop, and you can get to Quainton and that through this way, but it's about 6 miles. And this way is Lower Hartwell, and Stone is just over here. It's about 3-4 miles that way, so there's no roads or anything around here, and it's really peaceful. Like, this used to be the old golf course, but HS2 are going to apparently destroy all of this land. It's about 2 acres of land here, and apparently they're going to destroy it all to put some train tracks down, which is absolutely disgusting. But yeah, it's quite depressing, but we're just going to use the opportunity to come over here and just use this land as much as we can until that happens. Hopefully some of it will get saved, because there's a lot of animals that live over here. There's a lot of pheasants and rabbits and deer, and I've camped over here a couple of times, and you see all the bats at night and stuff, and owls, you hear the owls, lots of foxes, and so it's since they closed the golf course down, all the animals have actually moved back here, and I do quite a bit of hunting over here the last last month or so, and actually stocked up loads and loads of rabbits and pheasants as well as it goes in the last sort of 6 to 8 weeks, because they've all come back here because no one walks over here anymore. All the animals have moved back, so I just build hides in and around these little tree patches, and then just wait for the animals to come out at dusk and dawn, and Yeah, I was over here, not this weekend gone, the weekend before, and I came home with like 12 rabbits, 4 pheasants, a couple of geese, some ducks, and yeah, it's been really good. But also it's just nice to camp over here, because you don't get no people here and stuff. It's just here, this way. Yeah, it's very, very peaceful. Here you can see big rabbit has come through here. Big one. It's definitely a rabbit. But Archie does like it over here. He loves the long grass. So yeah, I bring a lot of my dogs that I walk over here now, just because it's so peaceful. It's nice because I do a lot of walks in the mornings as well, so it's nice to come over here just when the sun's getting up and stuff, and late in the evenings as well when it's going down. So yeah, making the most of it while I can. But again, you can see I'm not really saying anything to him. I'm not really doing any training at the moment. These first few hours in the morning, what I usually do is, because there's no one else over here and no other dogs, I just let him get on with it. As long as he doesn't go too far or growl or start jumping on the other dogs, I don't intervene with him in the morning. Just leave him to it, let him burn off his energy, let him have some fun, and let him use his brain a bit, because he understands my commands now, and he understands his boundary. So it's just letting him think for himself a bit more, and he's an intelligent dog, so he's picked that up really well. But we'll just end this one here for now, and we'll get some more footage as when we can.